Hey guys, so I am making a quick little tutorial here because some of you have been asking me about the quick little videos that I make, not necessarily the Central Snapshots one, but maybe some of the other shorter videos of like what the kids are doing within the classroom. So I thought I'd go ahead and just make a little video here that kind of talks to you about the Clips app. And it's an app that's super easy to use. It's one of my favorite apps to capture quick little videos, puts it all together into something that includes some titles, some background music. It handles so much stuff very quickly and easily that it's super easy to use. So the Clips app is the one there in my bottom row, and it is made by Apple. So if you want it on, if you have an Apple device, if the kids have the Clips app on their Apple device, it's not available for Android, but only Apple. So when I click on that, it opens up my last project, but you might have something that opens up a little bit differently. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that icon in the upper left-hand corner there, and you will see the different projects that you have set up. But if I wanted to create a brand new one, then I'm just going to go ahead and hit Create New. And when I do, I have the option here to do what I want with the camera. So, for example, I have the camera selected. If you notice, right below the My Video there on the phone itself, I have camera selected. And once I have camera selected, I have some options. So if I want to flip the camera, I can flip it. I can flip it to the back side if I wanted to videotape what the kids are doing. So if I wanted to videotape out here in the library, and yes, I'm in Nancy's office right now because it's a quiet space where I can record. But I can go ahead and just record on the outside. If I want to record me, I can record me. What's really nice is, and one reason why I like this app so much, is that the icon that's right next to the red button on the left-hand side is the live titles. So if I tap on that, it'll ask you which style do you want? None? Or do you want the style that pops up row by row? Or do you want this style where it pops up one word at a time? You have a lot of different options for what you want. You could also have it record the text as you're reading it out loud and so forth. You can have it come in kind of like a teleprompter. A lot of different options here. So you can scroll through, see what looks best for you. I'm just going to go with one of the simpler ones at the very start here. I kind of like this one where the words pop in with each word that you say, and then we're good to go. So then I click the X, and now I have my live title set up, which you can see right there on the main screen, and I'll be able to utilize that. So to record a video, all you have to do is just tap and hold that big red button. So right now I am recording live my video to tell you about the cool project that my students are doing. And then I release. And then what I might do is I want to show you some of those cool projects that the kids are doing. So what I might do is my next clip, I'm going to flip the camera around. Check out this cool brochure that one of my kids made. And then it adds that clip. So you notice at the very bottom, it's adding the clips as you go. So you can press and hold, pause and play, pause and record as you collect these throughout. So if I wanted to, let's say this next one, if I really wanted to get creative, the multicolor star is actually my filters. So if I wanted to make it look like a comic book, I can make it look like a comic book, a black and white comic book. I got my camcorder kind of style where it's got that old video recording filter added to it, aged film, watercolor. You can get super creative with some of these. Here are your more cinematic ones like your Vivid Warm, your Vivid Dramatic Warm, which gives it more of a cinematic kind of feel. You know, whatever your creativity takes you, it doesn't really matter unless you really want it just to kind of show it. So original, we're just going to go back to original. Now the other thing I can add to, let's X out of here. So let's say this particular clip, see it here? Once I tap on a clip, I get some options. So with the live titles, I click on live titles and it'll bring up what it was that I said. Check out this cool brochure. That's not correct. So I can tap and now I can actually change the word to the correct word. And I can even add in punctuation if I really wanted to. Done. The style, again, you can switch the style. The only thing is you have to turn on the live titles before you start recording. You can't go back and add in the live titles to the clip because it's coming, it's processing it as you're talking. So you have to turn it on before you actually start talking. So we're good there. If I want, I can go to effects, and this is where I can add my comic book effect if I want to real quick. If let's say I don't need a filter, but I'm gonna go back to original, but I can put on there label. So I could put on a label and add that to the corner of it. If I wanted to, I could add a sticker. You have lots of stickers to choose from, or you can simply add in one of the emojis, give it a little thumbs up, and we're good. So now when I click on my first clip and I hit play,
So right now I am recording
you don't hear it right now
my
because it's
video to
processing
tell you
through
about the
my
cool project
computer,
that my students
but
are
you'll notice
doing.
that it'll go from one clip
Check out
into
this
the
cool
next clip,
brochure
and you
that
can
one
see
of
that
my kids
overlay that I
made.
went ahead and added to that clip. Easy as that. You can add as many clips as you want. Now, some people were wondering about the titles that I had at the very beginning. So this is my total project. As you see, I'm not on a particular clip because when I'm on a clip, I have my options. And let's say for this particular clip, let's say there's nobody talking, so I can go ahead and actually mute this clip and have it just totally mute. I can delete the clip, or I can in fact trim the clip. I can trim the beginning of the clip to the end of the clip. Let's say I didn't quite get I got too much at the beginning or too much at the end. You can just trim each end, no problem. But if I'm not on a clip, I can just tap back. I just hit done, and now I'm back to the project as a whole. So the whole project, if I wanted to, I could bring in actually photos from my library or videos. Let's say I already have it recorded. I'm gonna hit cancel there. The scenes. So what it can do automatically is it can actually put a scene. So it'll recognize your face, and this will be, I'm not sure if this is for like the newer iPhones and iPads that kind of have more of the face detection, or if this is built into any of the devices, but you can put yourself in any one of these scenes, like an old Western scene or anything like that. But I'm going to skip that, but you just so you know that it's there. The posters is the other creative part that you may want to add. So let's add a title to this. And let's say we're going to use this one because we're talking about math. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap in here, and let's say 7th grade math project. Apply, and there's my 7th grade math project. On this particular one, we don't need any live titles because you don't need to hear me talk. So I'm going to turn off the live titles. I'm going to hit none for this particular clip. But note, yep, so none for this clip. But there's animation to this clip. So all I have to do is I'm going to tap and hold the red button for as long as I want the title to last for. And that's it. Down here, you notice the title's at the very end. So I'm going to tap and hold, and I'm going to drag that to the beginning. And if I want to, so I have my intro, which is my poster, my first clip of me introducing it, and then the kids project. And then if I want to add another extra element, in the upper right-hand corner, you notice the music notes. I tap on there, and I'm going to get to, it says none right now. I can go to soundtracks, and these are all built into the Clips app. Some of these, when you tap on them, they'll download, so they don't all download in order to take up space. But let's say I'm looking for like a playful kind of sound. I don't even know. We'll go with that one. Looks good. Notice how it adds it to the entire project. I hit done. So now but this is the really cool part. Now you're not going to be able to hear this, but what it essentially does is the app itself automatically makes the audio louder when there's no audio or when the clip is muted. And then when there's audio, it'll bring the audio down automatically. And it'll loop the entire track throughout the duration of your entire video. And then once it gets to the end, it'll then close out the loop, which means it'll give it that little like outro feel where it's not just going to cut it off abruptly or just simply fades out. It's going to actually make it feel like a holistic video, like you actually plan the entire thing. So once I have my project all done, when I go ahead and hit the export button, You have a lot of options for exporting. You can simply save the video to your photo album on your phone, or you can email it to somebody, send it to somebody. Right now, it's just saved to my folder, or not my folder, but my phone. Now, here's the one thing in order to share this out. So imagine, like for elementary, you're seeing all these cool projects, or you go on a field trip and you want to capture some of that throughout the day. Something like Thrillshare only gives you 4 pictures. Well, it's hard to capture a field trip in 4 photos and then that's it, or doing 2 separate posts in Thrillshare for 8 photos. What Thrillshare doesn't do right now, which we're looking into, is it doesn't post videos. So we're trying to figure out, is there a way in Thrillshare to do that, or is there, if we could talk to the company to see if that's possible. Otherwise, what happens is we have to take the video and then we have to manually post it to our various channels. So if you don't want to do that, but you want to make a video instead of just having 4 random photos, then you can make the video and then send it to me, or just have me come down to your room and we can airdrop it from your device to my device. And then I can go ahead and share that out in all the various channels. Or think about it in terms of, if this Clips app was on your kid's device, your kids' iPads, how might they be able to use this app as a way to share out their learning, or to do this as a project option versus your typical kind of poster or something else like that. So that's the Clips app. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, there you go.